So, you were talking about identifying, and I guess step one is always kind of identifying what you have before you can train people or set up policies or any of those types of things. In a pre-Internify world, because I know that's the reason that we work together, but how would one actually go about, or call it a year ago, how do you go about actually identifying trade secrets?
I think that you can start by asking, you can start by asking a question that is even, brutal. If someone walked out tomorrow and gave certain information to a competitor, what is this information? What would be the information that if it went out would actually hurt us? And that's kind of a first filter. But then you can break it down to categories. You have the technological side where you have the algorithms and the source code or architecture. You have the machine learning models that trained on the unique data. Then you have the data labeling methods, and there's so many things on the technical side if that's what you're doing. And then you can look at a different department in the company and look at the processes and know-how, like, the guy who realized that they prepare price offers in a unique ways, but it could be how you optimize operations. Or so how do you do that? We usually do it pre-Internify in a kind of a conversation and an interview, but it's like you kind of need to take the people in the company through a shift in the way they look at their business. Because they don't usually think, the fact that I do things the way that I do gives me a competitive advantage. And they just don't see it this way. But once you tell them, if this went out of the company and your competitor could do it, would that hurt your company? Oh, definitely, that would be a disaster. And then, they start thinking of what qualifies as a trade secret.